Welcome to the journey of Israel's origins, where history meets the sacred. Over 3,000 years ago, in the ancient lands of Canaan, the Hebrew kingdoms of Israel and Judah emerged. These early civilizations laid the bedrock of Judaism, introducing a powerful legacy of monotheism that resonates today. At the heart of it all was Jerusalem, a city that became not just a geographical location, but the spiritual epicenter of the Jewish identity. Here, the magnificent First and Second Temples rose, serving as timeless symbols of worship and cultural unity. Despite facing mighty empires like Egypt and Assyria, these kingdoms solidified a national identity deeply rooted in law, faith, and their sacred land. Fast forward to 586 BCE, a time of tremendous upheaval. The Babylonians conquered Jerusalem, erasing the First Temple from the landscape and ushering in an era of exile. Yet, even in the far reaches of Babylon, Persia, and later the Roman Empire, the Jewish people held on to an unbreakable spirit. Their hearts remained tethered to the land of Israel, nurturing dreams of return through scripture, prayer, and the resonant promise, next year in Jerusalem, what was to come. World War I brought new winds of change. In 1917, Britain issued the Balfour Declaration, signaling support for a Jewish national home in Palestine. As the war ended, the League of Nations granted Britain governance over Palestine, fueling waves of Jewish immigration. New communities flourished, bringing to life towns, kibbutzim, and vibrant institutions, though not without escalating tensions with the land's Arab inhabitants. Fast forward to the late 19th century, amid rising tides of anti-Semitism and nationalism, the modern Zionist movement was born. Enter Theodor Herzl, the visionary who dreamed of a Jewish homeland as a sanctuary and a renaissance of identity. His pioneering work, Der Judenstaat, sparked a movement that gained momentum, especially in Eastern Europe, where Jews faced relentless persecution. The growing Jewish presence ignited tensions, leading to fierce clashes in the 1920s and 30s. Events like the 1929 Hebron massacre and the Arab Revolt of 1936 to 1939 marked deep divisions. British attempts at appeasement often fell short, creating a complex backdrop for what was to come. The Holocaust cast a dark shadow, highlighting the desperate need for a Jewish refuge. In response, the United Nations proposed a 1947 plan to divide Palestine, offering Jews and Arabs separate states while envisioning Jerusalem under international stewardship. Jewish leaders embraced this plan, but Arab leaders rejected it, setting the stage for further conflict. With the declaration of Israel's independence on May 14, 1948, came immediate strife. The fledgling nation, under David Ben-Gurion's leadership, faced an invasion from neighboring Arab countries. Despite overwhelming odds, Israel's defense forces secured victory, altering territorial lines and leading to the displacement known as the Nakba by Palestinians, a catastrophic event amidst Jewish celebration of homeland rebirth. Israel's subsequent decades were marked by wars that redrew maps and political ties. The 1956 Suez Crisis, the 1967 Six-Day War, and the 1973 Yom Kippur War reshaped boundaries. Although some territories were returned, like Sinai to Egypt after the 1979 Camp David Accords, others remained contentious over half a century later. Yet, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict endures, etched in disputes over land, security, and the status of Jerusalem. Despite efforts like the Oslo Accords and Camp David Summit, a lasting peace remains elusive, influencing international discourse and regional politics. Amidst these challenges, Israel blossomed into a beacon of innovation. Massive immigrations from diverse origins enriched Israeli society. Known as the startup nation, Israel leads in cybersecurity, agriculture, and medical advancements. Tel Aviv stands as a global innovation hub, while Jerusalem continues as the spiritual pulse. Today, Israel navigates a complex tapestry of tradition and modernity. Amidst diverse voices, Jewish, Arab, secular, and religious, the nation faces questions of identity and coexistence. As Israel celebrates its contributions to science, culture, and diplomacy, it also confronts the scars of conflict, seeking a future of reconciliation. The story of Israel is ever evolving, defined by its past, driven by its present, and open to the possibilities of tomorrow.